All right, I'm back again from Origins 2024, and I have found a quiet corner. Oh, Jess has already started the timer.
Oh,
Dramatic.
no, I wasn't supposed to.
Yeah, I was just gonna do an introduction and say that
this
you
was
are
like a
Jessica
race.
Geyer of one half of Wannabe Games, as you say so frequently on your podcast, the RPG R&D podcast, and you have done Moonpunk and Means of Magic, and perhaps most recently the Covenant PS13. I always want to call it 113 for some reason.
113 rolls off the tongue better.
PS13. And we're gonna game jam. Now you may start the timer.
Oh, now I'm going to start the timer.
Now we've got 15 minutes to game jam. What are we gonna make a game about?
What's something weird that you saw today?
Weird that I saw today?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. The weirdest thing that I just saw was like somebody in the hall was like, we've done the Marvel movies, but it's not the Marvel movies at all. And like, it's Shmanos, the like monster of the universe. And I'm like, for real? This is your actual pitch? We should cut this part out because that might be what it's really called.
Oh no.
I don't know. Anyway, none of them will watch this video,
no,
so it doesn't matter. Anyway, so that's the wildest thing I ever heard. The like, just the brazen like, we are ripping off the most popular properties, and we don't even care. Like, we dare you, Disney, sue us. You know, like. You did a game that was basically we dare you Disney sue us.
It's not out yet though. No, so we can't do we dare you Disney sue us.
Yeah, that's a good name for a game though. But anyway, yeah, we shouldn't do that.
I mean, we could still do that.
Yeah, I don't know. So that's the weirdest thing I saw that was top of brain.
Yeah, I have not seen anything weird. I asked you this question without having anything weird in mind. So, I don't know.
Is there like a defend the indefensible sort of like direction to take this about like a ridiculous topic that then you have to, I mean, there are many games that do that with like a sales pitch, and like you've got to keep the sales pitch going no matter how ridiculous the product that you're trying to pitch. I don't know that we could develop a card set like that.
Do you want to do like a role-playing game or a card, like a tabletop card game, or
anything you want?
Well, here's an idea.
Yeah.
What if it's a game about, what is it called when two companies are producing basically the same idea? Like it's the same movie or the same game pitch, and they are releasing around the same time.
Is it Synergy?
I don't know.
Do they call it? I think I've heard, I mean, obviously the one that comes to mind because of the age that I am is that Deep Impact and Armageddon came out in the same summer.
That's what I come out. That's what I think of too, because I love Armageddon.
Right. So these things happen, and it's like you read the description pages or whatever, and they have different development history. Nobody was inspired by each other. They just happened to come out in the same year, but like it's the zeitgeist of whatever it was, the summer of 1998 or whenever those movies came
I've
out.
decided what I want to do.
What do you want to do?
I want to make a game about being miners sent to an asteroid about to impact Earth.
That is a solid nugget of a thing to do.
That is what we're going to do.
Great.
We're going to make Armageddon.
So are we going to do like, I know you love PBTA, are we going to do like quick like playbook? We're not going to write playbooks. There's not enough time for that. But like, so like we have the different members of the crew, or are they all kind of like
I think we should have like some sort of like playbook-esque thing, but it doesn't necessarily have to be powered by the apocalypse.
Yeah.
I think it's fun to have like they're all miners.
Right, but they've got different jobs, right? So
right.
like you've got the like.
What if they're not the jobs? What if they're like architects? I'm the dad. I'm the cowboy.
I like
I like
that. That's good. That's good.
Nerd.
That's good.
I'm the sweet boy.
Yeah. The sweet boy miner.
Right.
I
Don't
love
say
that.
sweet boy miner. Cut that out.
Okay.
No, yeah. I mean, I think instead of like having them be different jobs, it could be like, what's their connection back to Earth? Like, what is their, like, people are watching them on TV, right?
So is this a mission like in Armageddon where it's like a one-time thing, or is this like their job is mining the asteroids? They're like that's their job. They go away for 8 months to mine asteroids, and then they come back to Earth for 2 months, and then they go back out to mine asteroids for 8 months? Or is it more like you say, it's like a disaster situation?
I think if it's a disaster situation with the asteroids coming down toward Earth, sorry, microphone, that kind of gives you a timer with which to, and there's like this desperate action that you need to do.
We can set up a. I'm gonna get out a I'm gonna get a D12 to start our timer, right? So the asteroid will impact in 12 turns.
Yeah. Yes.
And then we get whatever, and then we'll turn it, and now the asteroid is going to impact in 11 turns.
Right. And I think there has to be like some decision that they have to make on the asteroid that's going to impact all of them.
Yeah.
And if they don't come to like some sort of conclusion or decision, not necessarily action, then the asteroid will impact Earth. Like, okay, in the movie Armageddon.
For those of you who haven't seen
Bruce
this
Willis
like 25-year-old movie.
Bruce Willis sacrifices his life and his daughter Liv Tyler is watching on the screen. And he puts his daughter Liv Tyler's boyfriend, Matt Damon, I never remember which of the dudes it is, whoever it is, puts him on the thing, he goes off, and for some reason he has to stay behind and blow up the asteroid.
So she watches her dad murder her boyfriend on live TV on an asteroid.
No.
Make the decision that he must die.
Make the decision that the dad's gonna sacrifice himself
to save the.
And
boyfriend.
That's actually the scene. Sorry, this has nothing to do with the Game Jam anymore.
No, but this is what we're trying to recapture.
Right.
In the Game Jam.
Right, and this sets the scene. The scene was shown to Steven Tyler of Aerosmith. The scene where Liv Tyler is looking up at the screen and crying and saying "Daddy," and then that's what convinced him and Aerosmith by extension to write the best movie soundtrack song of all time. Don't want to miss a thing.
It's up there.
Yes. So, anyway, that's what happens in the movie.
So is that the name of the game then?
Don't want to miss a thing. Honestly, Alex will be so pissed. So yes, he will be so mad that I'm making this game. My husband and game design partner usually. will be mad that I'm making Don't Want to Miss a Thing.
All right, so I'm gonna use
or the game.
I'm gonna use this to make some notes. So we got our name because this is also the motivation of the asteroid.
Yes.
Because it wants to hit everyone.
Oh my God, yes. What if someone plays the asteroid?
So it's a duo game. It's a duo, but then how do you have like okay, so I like that. So it's like one of those. It's a duo game. So one of you is the asteroid, and you're going to destroy everything.
Yeah.
And the other person has to like kind of defend, like set up the narrative about why the what is worth not destroying everything for, or something like that. And there's like a tension mechanic or something that like maybe it's like a limited number of words that like you can only say like one sentence at a time, and it's sort of like a brinksmanship thing where it's like. I don't know if this is going to work. Do you want to try something like that? Where
I think that's fun.
Okay.
I've played a game kind of similar. It's also a disaster game. That's funny. 5 Alarm Fieri. What is it called? I don't remember games off the top of my head. Sorry, but it's a game where you have you have a script. You have lines that you have to say, and by the time you're done with your lines, you're dead.
Yeah.
And you have to like have a dramatic exit. But something akin to that. Like I like having a limited here are limited things that we can.
Yeah.
Maybe like instead of like a script, you're talking about like this. It's a limited amount of like times I can speak.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
Like I almost like thinking of like turn taking. Like I'm going to say one sentence, and that sentence may convince you to. If I'm playing the humans, and you're playing the asteroid, and I say one sentence, and then you're like, no, I'm not convinced. I'm still going to destroy Earth, and then I've got like a second sentence, and like I'm changing the story that I previously wrote, and then that doesn't give the asteroid a lot of narrative impetus though. But
the asteroid's
something.
not.
So is there a narrative that the asteroid is also? Is it like a rap battle between the Earth and the asteroid about like who should survive? That's awful. That's a terrible idea.
You could have the asteroid, and then maybe you have an asymmetrical gameplay where you have the asteroid and not just one other person, but you have the crew. So it could be one person, it could be multiple people. And then maybe the asteroid can choose people like, kill off the cowboy, kill off the sweet boy miner. And maybe I'll think about it.
Yeah, maybe so it's like a negotiation thing or almost.
Yeah, this asteroid has now become some sort of eldritch being.
Yes, it has.
Hell-bent on destroying space cowboys.
All right, so we have a very roughly formed thing.
Yes.
We have to actually try and play it. So do you want to, if we're thinking of two sides, we're kind of play testing without the other players, but like.
Well, I think we still need some sort of like resolution with like how am I if I do want to destroy
maybe
you.
there's think. Well, I think when the time runs out, I think if there's a timing element, when the time runs out, Earth has lost. So I don't know if there's an inverse of that. Then
could it be like some sort of gambling mechanic, like like the asteroid's like the house, right?
Yeah, I was thinking about that, almost like a liar's dice kind of thing, where like I know how many turns I have, and you know how many turns you have, but we don't know how many turns each other has.
Yeah.
And so like we're kind of not bidding our turns or whatever, but like, okay, I'm going to try and get this done in however many actions I've rolled on a D4 or a D6, and you have like 4 turns because you roll a D4. You have like a limited number of turns to decide whether or not to destroy the Earth or whatever, like something like that, where like, I don't know. That's something we could try and do.
That is something we can try and do. Okay, so.
Because I like the idea of like sort of unknown. There's stakes, but there's unknown stakes.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I like the idea of like a liar's dice kind of thing. Maybe rolling the dice and that's determining instead of having like a straight up timer.
Yeah.
Like that's what's determining, and maybe it's even loose. Like I could have my pool, you could have your pool, and then we could bet one of the dice from our thing, and like if the people lose, it brings the asteroid forward however many dice how many pips they had.
Yeah. So you have a pool that you roll secretly.
Yeah.
And then you bid one, which is also secret until the reveal. And then the winner advances narratively.
Yeah. I'm not like a hugely strong mechanics person on the fly, unfortunately. I'm on a pressure timer. Keep going, Matt.
Okay, well, I think we've been doing this for 11 minutes, so I think we should
let's do it.
Let's just do it and see if we like it. So I'm gonna give you some dice. Here's some D6s.
Give me at least 5.
At least 5 D6s. So here's 5 D6s. So I will also take 5 D6s then, and we don't know exactly what we're doing, but we're doing some sort of thing. So let's secretly determine. Here's like a shield if you want.
Yes. Perfect.
And then.
Although it's fine.
Yeah,
I won't look at your stuff.
It's fine. Okay, so I've got dice and you've got dice, and so what we're trying to win each other, or So we got our dice. So what are we actually trying to get? So like, are we?
I'll play the meteor.
Okay.
And I don't want to miss a thing, and I think you have to play this game with the song in the background.
That's how long it takes.
But that's
the length of the game.
That's the length of the game.
That's. That's the length.
But we can't play it obviously for copyright reasons. But you can play it while you're listening to this. So I think what I will do is I'm going to. I don't want to use my highest dice right away for.
Well, are we trying to just reveal one die, or like, how is it?
Let's reveal 2, and then we can negotiate.
Is there like a? So here's what I'm thinking. Like, you've got 5 dice, but you either are putting out 1 or 2 or 3 at a time. Like, you don't know, but it's still like its total number of pips shown.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to start with this go first.
How many are you putting out?
An unknown. You don't know. I have 5 resources, and I have put out an unknown number to try and win the first round.
I love this. Okay. Oh shit. Sorry, I didn't cheat. I promise.
Okay. So now we can reveal. We've both chosen. I have 3 total pips. You have 6 total pips. So you totally get to narratively control. Why are you trying to not miss anything, i.e. Earth?
Earth has been a scourge in the solar system for too long, and I have returned after my centuries, my millennia of slumber from the outer reaches of Centauri 5, which I'm sure is a real thing. And I am disappointed in what you humans have done, and I'm disappointed in this movie, in fact. Michael Bay, come on. Sorry.
Right, no argument.
And I think we do have a timer there, and however many you bet pushes the timer in my direction in my favor.
So
I want to see how this works.
Okay, so I bid only 3 to your 6, so this goes down 3 to 9.
Right.
Is that math?
That's math.
Great.
All right.
Somewhere is a 9. Here's a 9.
Next
Great.
up. I think
Next
that there would
up.
be some narrative in between here. Maybe there's like here's a question you have to answer.
Yeah.
And like if I win, I get to answer the question.
Okay, so we're almost at our time. So
Right,
this will be
let's go.
kind of like this will be sort of like the dramatic.
Let's do it.
The dramatic conclusion.
All right, yes.
So,
3, 2, 1, go.
all right. So
Okay.
I've bid a total of 9 on this round.
And we'll say the question is like, what's so good?
Ooh, there could be a list of questions.
Yeah.
Like each round you're answering a
Right.
question. Yeah. So I think that, because I've won this round, I think that my counter argument is that basically humans should live so that the pretty boy miner, what was his name?
Sweet boy miner.
Sweet boy miner has to get together with cowboy miner, and we can't do that if we have to if the earth blows up, and their pure love will justify all the other horrible stuff that Earth has done, but not if they die.
I love that.
That's
I
my
love that,
argument.
and I'm going to add one more thing to this
Sure.
narrative of our game. We were not sending miners to the moon to destroy this asteroid. We were sending them there for the spectacle of trying to please this asteroid by making a wonderful, dramatic movie for the asteroid. Because I am the asteroid, I'm very pleased with the idea of these two getting together.
See, it's almost as if I played to your strengths. Okay, we've gone more than 15 minutes.
Well, I spent a minute talking about Aerosmith, sorry.
Right, that's fine. Well, that was all part of the development. So, okay, so we've been to 15 minutes. So, what I like to do after we've done the game is talk about. I don't know if we've made a good game or not. That's sort of irrelevant. But what, as a game designer, has excited you about what we tried to do here?
I like the idea of having. I love a narrative game. That's what I'm into right now. I love a game where you have prompts and you're answering questions, and that's really literally all you're doing, combined with something that's a little bit more gamey. Because I still kind of desire that gamey. I could make the coolest story ever I wanted, but why not just write? I mean, it's fun to write a story with
It's
friends,
fun to write a
but
story, yeah.
well, I could just write a story with my friends and just josh around.
Right.
Having something that also determines maybe who is answering the question or the outcome, the positive or negative of the question, or which question we're answering. I think that that's a fun kind of twist on that. And I also have. I think that that's an interesting thing to do, and I like a pushing, pulling back of a narrative with two sides.
Yeah, I think a further development of that pushing, pulling of the timer and exactly what the resources are worth, and I really like the idea of the question list that there's a set of say 6 or 7 questions, and whoever wins each round gets to answer their half of the question.
Yeah.
And it's they're more dramatic or counting down or whatever. There's something giving more weight to the sort of not weight, but structuring the weight of the questions to get more dramatic as the time goes on would be a way to develop this.
Yeah. Again, I'm not usually when I game jam, I am not the person who messes with the mechanics. That's usually my husband is the one who's doing that.
He dreams numbers.
He
games
dreams.
in his head.
Yes, he does. Unfortunately, he can do that, and that's unfortunate for me. But it takes me a long time to develop. So doing this also in just 15 minutes for me, and because we didn't do it in 15.
Well, we almost did it in 15, and it's the spirit of the experience, right?
Yeah.
So, is there something here that you would want to develop, this specific thing, or just maybe this was an interesting experiment and we should go on to other projects?
I would only do that. I mean, not only because I do think I want to. Every time I have a little embryo of an idea, I'm let me foster this into a grown thing. But that is my hubris. And the other reason I would do it is out of spite for Alex, because I think he'd be really upset if I made. That was our wedding song. It was our wedding song.
Beautiful.
We sing it for karaoke.
That's so sweet.
It's not. It's a joke. We don't do anything seriously in our lives.
I know. That's what's so sweet about it, Jess.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's why I would do this. I think it'd be hilarious to step out and break the line in front of him and do that.
Hilarious. All right. Well, you've got a lot of games on the internet. And
I do.
You're out there.
And I have a lot of messages from my dog sitter. Sorry about the noise.
It's fine. So where can people find your games that you have, you and your husband together crafted in more than 15 minutes?
Oh yeah, some of them weren't that much more than 15 minutes. Some of them were literally only 4 minutes longer than, 4 times longer than 15 minutes. You can find my games at wannabegames.com or at itch.io, like wannabegames at itch.io. You know what itch is. You know what itch is. If you're watching this.
You likely know what itch.io.
Or on Drive Through RPG at Wannabe Games. And I have a podcast too, the podcast that Matt was mentioning before that I do with Craig Campbell, which is you can find on nerdburgergames.com, and it's RPG R&D, and that's cool. We've had guests like Matt on before and talked about games, and sometimes that has turned into like mini idea sessions. Not a lot of game jams on that show though.
There's a few.
There's a couple.
Yeah.
With Alex actually.
Yeah, with Alex. So one of the things that came out of that, do you want to talk about Beach episode for a little bit?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
So talk about Beach episode.
Yeah, Beach episode.
Surprise!
he's literally, I'm being surprised with this, which is very fun. Matt, you were talking about how you kind of were listening to this evolution of this idea that I had in my head. I love anime, and one of my favorite tropes in anime is the beach episode. So I thought about developing a game where you take your characters on a beach episode, and I've tried out stuff like this before with my own tables of various types of games. But a beach episode, when it comes down to it, is it's a mid-series character development moment. We do so much character development, of course, like within games, but having a session where you don't need to worry about the plot, you don't need to worry about the giant asteroid coming to Earth. Like it's there in the air, and you're going chocobo racing, and that's all you need to worry about. And I wanted a more concrete way to bring in your characters from whatever type of game. You're playing Never Going Home, and all the soldiers are gonna come hang out on the beach. I mean,
the Anzac beaches are right there. They, I bet a non-zero amount of those soldiers took a dip in the ocean during downtime.
Yes, I mean there were moments where they were playing soccer on Christmas, so football. But it's a part adventure module, part game where you get to take maybe your characters that you're playing, maybe a mix of characters that you're playing from various whatever you like for your campaigns, or
also
you could
a crossover episode.
Yes, you could do a crossover episode with your beach episode, and you don't have to worry about all of what's going on there. You can just explore the character relations, the drama, develop your relationships, or maybe even give yourself a boost. Like, yes, you are about to go fight the evil big bad guy.
Yeah.
Half of you are gonna die. You know this. You need that one last hurrah on the beach, which can be a nice little bittersweet, kind of nice, cute send-off for your characters. People, you spend a lot of time with these characters, and the beach episode is one of those ways to like kind of give you a little fan service and kind of, just have a little bit fun, like fun.
Yeah.
in your fun. You like fun, so we put some fun in your fun.
Put some fun in your fun. So, the reason why we're talking about Beach episode here is that Wet Ink Games will be publishing when it is ready, when it is done, when it is all finalized, Beach episode by Jess Geyer.
And I'm really excited about it. I'm super excited that they like the idea, and I know I didn't give an elevator pitch, but
there's much to develop, and this is an announcement for the viewers on the internet that this is coming along.
Yes.
This is in development now officially, so it's coming soon. Unknown times. Development takes as long as it takes.
Start your campaigns now, so you have some characters that you're in love with that you want to see in swimsuits.
There you go. That's a perfect way to wrap it up. Jess, thank you so much for game jamming with me. This has been a pleasure. Thanks for talking about your games.
Thanks for game jamming with me.
Thank you for watching us on the internet.
Hey, internet.
Lovely.
Thanks.